Hello, my name is Sonia Ross. I'm a psychotherapist, intuitive messenger, and author. And this is the July 2024 energy forecast and numerology reading for Life Path 3. This is the July 2024 Life Path 3 reading. So welcome, Life Path 3. I'm really happy you're here. And so I've pulled the cards and I've consulted with Spirit, so I have the right cards for you. And so we're going to begin. Before we start, I just want to say that, as always, remember that these messages are never meant to override your own free will and your ability to use discernment and to make your own decisions. Nothing I say here is fortune telling or predictions. They're just developed to give you insight on the energies you are working with for the month of July 2024 as a Life Path 3, so that you can have, a better experience of your month. So there you go. So we're going to begin. So the first card we have for you is the Page of Swords, okay? The second card we have for you is the Ace of Swords. Interesting, but that's like in the obstacle position. Then we have the Seven of Pentacles, okay? Then we have the Nine of Swords. Okay, Life Path 3. A lot of swords. And then we have the Four of Cups. I see. So out of 5 cards, you have 3 swords. And the center of the reading, we have the Seven of Pentacles. And at the end of the reading, we have the Four of Cups. So it's definitely going to be a time of thinking and reflection. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a time of thinking, reflection, and contemplation. Let me just write that down. Thinking, reflection, contemplation. Okay. All right. So we're going to begin first with the Page of Swords. Okay. Let me, before I check in, before I go to Spirit, let me just say this. So swords have to do with the mind. And so there's going to be a lot of things going on with your mind and your thinking. So that's just a heads up for you for July of 2024, Life Path 3. It's going to be a lot of things going on here with your mind and your thinking. Okay. So Spirit, what would you like to say at the Page of Swords? Okay, so you're like kind of in a developmental track when it comes to your thinking and maturing and growing in your thinking. It's like you're ready to take a step into a new cycle with your thoughts, a new development stage with your thoughts that is just emerging. And so it's interesting. So the page is a being of youth and energy, but she's still fairly immature. She does not have the wisdom of the king and queen. She does not have a little bit of the age and the action orientedness of a knight. She's still in a stage of development. She's stepping onto her path regarding her thoughts and her thinking, but she's still very undeveloped and she's still immature. And then the fact that she's crossed by the Ace of Swords is just showing the immaturity, showing the lack of development. So we'll go back to Spirit, but I just wanted to offer that. Yeah. So the Page of Swords. What would you like to say about the Page of Swords, Spirit? This is a stage of development for you. And as I was saying before, yeah. So this is like you're stepping onto a new path regarding your thoughts and your thinking. And based on other cards, it seems like this journey is causing you a lot of mental anguish and anxiety. It's like you want to go there. This is my words. It's like you want to develop it. You want to begin. You can't help it. You are already in the beginning process, but there's still some, you know, but you're still at the very, very beginning. And because you have the ace next to it, it's like you're just stepping onto that path. It's not anything that you're firmly grounded in just yet. Okay. What else would you like to say about the Page of Swords? So yeah, so it's about underdevelopment, stepping into a new phase of development around your mind, your thoughts, your thinking, and just spending time maturing yourself in that way. Because then the next card that comes up is the Ace of Swords. What would you like to say about the Ace of Swords, Spirit? upright, the Ace of Swords is, stepping onto a new path. It's a positive card. But what I'm receiving here is that since it's coming up in the obstacle position, so maybe you're hesitant to step onto this path. Maybe you're hesitant to engage with this new beginning for yourself in a new way, because I feel like you're sensing the beginning is here, but then maybe with the Ace of Swords coming up in the reverse, maybe you're fighting it, or you're like you don't want to do it, you don't want to tap into it, and things like that. And I feel like you're just really, really thinking here with the Seven of Pentacles. You're really thinking, and you're looking about, and I guess you're looking at all the things in your physical reality. Maybe this is your relationships. Maybe this is, everything that has to do with your physical world. And you're really contemplating the type of change you want to make. And because as you're contemplating the change you want to make, it's really filling you with a lot of anxiety, a lot of worry. Like I'm feeling like you're like mentally, you're like deeply unsettled. And that emotionally here with the Four of Cups, you're kind of like in a place of deep emotional reflection about what's been going on and happening for you. You're like in a place of deep emotional reflection. You're thinking, 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 but then also maybe you're also not aware here, life path 3, that there is an opportunity for someone to help you to process your emotions. There could be someone in your life, a friend, a family member, whomever, a loved one of some sort, who could help you process your emotions so you're not just feeling anguished and you're not just carrying all of this on your own. Yeah, because Spirit is saying they don't want that for you. So you're definitely doing a lot of thinking. You're definitely in your head, which is not bad, but it's a mentally intense time for you, because you have the Ace of Swords as an obstacle framing the Seven of Pentacles, and the other side of the Seven of Pentacles is the Nine of Swords. So it's kind of like these cards are like, this mental piece is pushing in on your physical world, and it's having an impact on your physical world and your sense of, you know, emotional groundedness and mental groundedness, excuse me. And you're really, kind of lost in thought here. But there's someone here in your life who can help you navigate this situation so you can understand it better. Okay, Spirit, what would you like to say about the Ace of Swords? I know I kind of went around a little bit, so thank you for being patient with me. What would you like to say about the Ace of Swords? Yeah, so Spirit is saying you don't want to be an obstacle to your own progress. So you don't want to be an obstacle to your own progress. You don't want to be an obstacle to your own growth and your own development. The Spirit is saying you don't want to be afraid of development and change. You don't want to be afraid of stepping into a new direction and growing in a new direction. And Spirit is saying it's time. Spirit is saying it's time for you to develop past the point that you are now. So maybe you felt some urges. How would you say it? Maybe you felt some urges to go in a specific direction, but kind of you've been like holding yourself back because you're kind of like, I'm not sure. And this is where you get into your headspace. Because this is like here you are with the Seven of Pentacles, thinking, thinking, thinking. I don't know. I'm not sure. Like, what have I created? Looking at everything around you, looking at your harvest, seeing what you have before you. And maybe the decisions that you're currently having to make is this is what's causing you the anguish and the anxiety. Okay, Spirit, what would you like to say about the Seven of Pentacles? Yeah, Spirit is saying you're doing a lot of robust evaluation of your life right now. You're doing a lot of robust evaluation of your life. You're really, really taking in your harvest. You're really taking in what you've created, what you've grown, the meaning that it has for you. Maybe this is around your career. Maybe you're thinking about maybe having a career change or a career switch. Maybe you're thinking about doing something different with your life right now. And maybe like maybe because you're contemplating so intensely on, you know, your what you've created, your choices and your decisions, it's really starting to keep you up at night, and it's really starting to affect your mind. So what would you like to say about the Nine of Swords, Spirit? Oh, okay. So Spirit is saying now you're questioning your identity. Okay. That's interesting. So Spirit's saying with the Nine of Swords present, it's like you're questioning your identity and it's keeping you up. It's really worrying you and it's plaguing you and it's impacting your mind. What would you like to say about the questioning of the identity? That when we come here as a soul, it's okay for identities to shift. Like things that have happened in our culture or around our gender or around our ethnicity or around our country of origin have kind of made it seem like our identities cannot switch, they cannot grow, they cannot expand beyond a certain point. And so this must be why you're feeling this turmoil, because you're sensing and feeling very intuitively that you are ready to grow past a certain point. You're ready to shift your identity and begin to chart a new course. But maybe because of cultural programming, gender, sexuality. What else are you saying? I don't know, maybe you're starting to wonder if you're queer. It's really keeping you up at night. It's really, really keeping you up at night. So I can understand that. Okay. So there's a lot of deep, deep contemplation of, some things that you've been given that now are kind of bumping up against this new path, this newness you want to be on. Okay. A new identity, a new way of thinking, a new way of showing up in the world. And so then when we come to the Four of Cups, Spirit is saying this is a time for reflection. This is a time for emotional recalibration. But Spirit is saying they don't want you to go through this process by yourself. They want you to reach a hand out to networks, collaborators, others that you may know who may be able to assist you on this journey. Because Spirit is saying there may be people in your life that can assist you, or maybe there are people who you don't know as well right now because you maybe have had maybe a professional relationship or some type of other relationship, but that if they reach out a hand or regarding whatever it is that you're going through, that you should accept it because they will be able to support you emotionally during whatever this time of transition is that you're going through. It's really important to accept help at this time, to accept help, to accept support, and then don't turn away if somebody reaches out their hand to you to offer you emotional support. Don't turn away, accept the emotional support. Second here. Okay. Yeah. Is anything else you'd like to say, Spirit? Accepting emotional support will be key for you right now. And that you don't have to go, like, since you have so much in your head right now, Spirit is saying you don't have to go through this alone. And they want you to know that you have a lot of support around you and that you can accept help from the physical, but there's also a lot of angelic help around you. Your spirit guides, the angels. Call on the angels, call on the angels, call on the angels. They want to help you. They want to help us with everything down to the littlest minutia. They want to help us with everything that we have going on in our life. We are not bothering them. This is why they're here for us. This is why they were created. They're beings of light and energy and love, and they can help us with anything, anything that we can imagine. So if we're struggling, with queerness, or we're struggling with accepting our queer identity, or struggling with shifting our self-identity in any way, call on the angels to help you work through this so that you can be led to more insights, so that you can, begin to settle your mind, because that's very, very important, and really begin to embrace yourself and love yourself. And on the physical level, when someone comes around you and they're offering you emotional support or lending you, an ear or a hand or a lunch or a book or whatever the case, or a video or whatever the case may be, Spirit is saying to accept it and to embrace it, because it's okay for you to get support around this time. Okay. going to ask the angel now. Guiding self identity. I'm here ready. Angels, one card, please, for Life Path 3. Angels, one card, please, for Life Path 3. Okay. So I hope that made sense to you, Life Path 3. Know that you got a lot on your mind for July of 2024. I hope that you'll be okay. And you will be okay. Just call on your support, okay? This card came up again. Learning experience. Learning experience. Okay. Because remember, everything in life is a learning experience. Every single thing, even the most painful or challenging. You have dedicated a lot of your time, effort, and energy to understanding yourself and the world, and have had many experiences recently that have been great teachers. Even though not everything has been easy or perfect, there has been a positive in that you have come to understand yourself, your gifts, and your abilities better than ever. You are deeply connected to who you are, what you stand for, and what's important to you in life. When this card appears for you, angels are acknowledging the challenges and obstacles you have surmounted recently. Although it may have been a difficult time for you, your faith and inner strength have increased. Know that the cloud has a silver lining and you will soon have moved beyond the feeling of being stuck or unsupported. Extended message. Inner peace and a sense of security comes from overcoming hardships. Without the challenges that life has presented to you, you wouldn't be the person that you are today. This is a time for you to reflect on the incredible strength you have. No matter what is going wrong for you, you have made your way through the darkness and into the light. So Spirit is saying, like, whatever you're going through right now, Life Path 3, you've gone through that, and you will get through this. Okay? So don't lose hope. When this card appears for you, your angel guide is inviting you to ask yourself, what have I learned from this experience? What have I learned from this experience of questioning my identity, questioning my self-identity? It's a very, very deep lesson. So just ask yourself what you have learned. This card represents the teacher you have within, and through integrity and connection, you will be able to find a message within the mystery. If you are still facing challenges and you are being encouraged to keep going, trust that the worst will soon be over. The light at the end of the tunnel is you. Okay, so I like that. So blessings to you, Life Path 3. It seems that you're going through a lot of things mentally, you're working on your thoughts and your mind, you're overwhelmed, but blessings of peace to you. If you would like a more in-depth intuitive reading, information is in the description box below, but I'm sending you a lot of love, a lot of light, a lot of peace, and that your mind will settle and calm. And also for your mind, let me just say, Life Path 3, you can do some breathing exercises. There are a lot of YouTube videos on breathing exercises, things to calm your nervous system. And so try to do something, whatever you can to calm your mind down, and do it consistently so you can see the effects and the efforts. So my name is Sonia Ross. I'm a psychotherapist, an intuitive messenger, and an author. And this was the July 2024 Life Path 3 Numerology Reading and Energy Forecast. If you like this video, please give it a like. Please subscribe to the channel. It's a little micro channel right now, but I love it so, so much, and I want it to grow and help as many people as possible. And please leave a comment below, because I'd love to hear your thoughts and get your impressions. So many, many blessings to you, Life Path 3. Peace.